Hello and welcome to Let's Play Galactic Civilizations with me, the Kunarian. Now, this game is going to be fully released today. Well, today if you watch this today, which is March the 14th. So by the time I've uploaded this will be a full game. At the moment it's not, as you can see, coming May the 14th. And I will be releasing a Let's Play of this. But for the moment, I'm going to have a sneak peek, and if anything changes massively on May the 14th, I'm going to start a new game, but this will at least be something where I will explain what I understand to be the current concepts of the game. And if we jump straight into new game, as you can see, there's 8 stock races, and if you are a fan of Galactic Civilizations, you will know most of these stock races, but for those who don't know, there's the Terran Alliance, there's the Dringan Empire, the Altarian Resistance, the Iridium Corporation, the Kryn Syndicate, the Your Singularity, Iconium Refuge, Thalon Contingency. And also here are 6 of my races that I've created, customly, to make this more interesting. You have the Dastamiksh Federation, the Madonite Commission, the Prome Society, the Soyawa Dictatorship, the Udmeen Republic, and the Ur Hive. Now, we are going to create our own race, which will be fantastic, a glorious race under the Emperor Kunar. It's going to be fantastic, and I'm going to put in a very simple description. I'm not. I'm going to put in no description just for now, so that we can get along. But you can put in descriptions, obviously. And if I just put in, oh god, what's a good thing for a throne room? That looks like a good throne room. We'll leave that as that, because I'm not really that bothered. Do that, so I can at least know the difference between this one and the other human race. And if we go down here, to the next section, so that was just our leader, here's the race overview. And we now choose our race logo. I'm going to choose this. Actually, wait a second. I'm going to choose this. I'm going to choose that system that I've been choosing for all my custom races, and the home world is going to be New Earth. There we go. And what we're going to be called? We're going to be called the Kunar Imperium. Or should we be the Holy, like Holy Roman Empire, maybe, you know, Holy Kunar Empire, or Imperium, or I think we're going to go with Kunar Imperium, and then we're going to call ourselves, you know, our short name will be, quite simply, the Imperium, and our ship's call sign will be I for Imperial, and F for Fleet, Imperial Fleet. And I'm going to again leave this description empty for this, but you can put a description there. And then we go down to the racial traits. I've been going by rules with my custom races that I have at least 3 points in a negative, in the negative areas, and then I only have 2 in the green areas. And what these are, these allow you to really customize your race. For instance, productive will increase your manufacturing output, clever will increase your research. I've put nothing in clever for anyone because I don't think that. I think it's an unfair advantage because research is such an integral part of these kinds of games, these civilization games. It gives you a really unfair advantage. Influence, you know, that increases your control over the map. And obviously, some of these will be obvious. But there are other ones like Handy, which is about maintenance. Fertile, obviously, about growth. Popular, which is actually to do with tourism, whereas Content is to do with people's approval of you. Farmers is to do with food production. Brutal is to do with attacking planets. Resistance to do with defending planets. Tough is your ship's hit points. There's quite a few for your ships. So what we are going to do, first of all, is we're going to make ourselves... Oh, it's difficult because I've got to choose a minus. I don't want to choose a bad one. We'll choose discontent. Why not? You know, we don't need to worry. Pathetic individuals trying to rebel against our rule. We will crush them like the bugs they are. We are, however, No, actually, I'm going to put one in tourism. I don't want tourism income. I'm not really bothered about that. And we will put in a minus for... Oh, it's difficult. I'm going to put in a bonus for militant. Or should I? Yeah, no, I am. And we will also put in a bonus for... I want to put something in, a bonus in for production, maybe? Or should I put a bonus in for economical? I'm going to put something in economical, something in productive. I'm also going to put something in, here we go, in those two, so that we've got excellent soldiers. Yeah, what kind of people are we going to be? We're incredibly militant. Need to get one more minus, I've just realised. And I'm going to lower our ship range, which may or may not be a bad idea. That means that just basically our ships won't be able to move as far away from our, controlled territories. Now there's agile. I would have been fine with reducing our agility, but I don't know. I'll increase the toughness of our ships, and I think I will increase. Maybe. It's difficult to decide. I think I'm going to. Oh, it is difficult. I'm going to make our ships really tough. No, actually, I'm going to make us organised. I'm going to take that away, and I'm going to make us really organised so we can have massive fleets. And if we go down here, there's not only is there racial traits, there's racial abilities, which will give us a lot more flavour as well. And what we are going to choose, I'm going to choose patriotic so we can have a large empire. And I will choose... I could choose colonizers. Colonizers would be really good for setting up first planets and such. Intuitive will give us starting research. I'm going to give us unrelenting, so that we can really expand our empire, so we can really drop down onto planets. Invasions never cross credits there. That's what that does, and patriotic means that we're immune to the large empire approval penalty, so the larger our empire grows, the more approval, disapproval you will get. We won't be affected by that, I think. Yes. What colour are we going to be? I mean, we chose red. We're going for a kind of a negative, but a less friendly empire. We'll use purple as our colour. And we will not have... I think actually, yeah, we will go with the Terran. Why not? We'll have the Terran. And let's find... There we go, of course. What was the other? Ah, no, definitely not that. Could have gone with that. Let's go with that, I think. We could have gone with steel or obsidian. Let's go with steel inverted. I like that. This kind of looks quite nice. And if we go down to personality, I think we are going to go with pragmatic, at least for the AI. This is to do with the AI again, character traits. I've been choosing 3. I'm going to put in aggressive, expansionist, opportunistic for our dude, and they're going to have their priorities ordered in. See, this is great because this would be what the AI would prioritize, which is I really do like. Now, if I just have a look, obviously military expansion, tech growth. This all seems like the kind of thing I like. Fortification is important. We need that. Otherwise, how else are you going to keep a hold of the conquered world? So we'll leave it like that for the moment. So we're Emperor Kunar, leading the Kunar Imperium, also called the Imperium, from our home world of New Earth. And on top of that, we are patriotic and unrelenting in the way that we manage our empire, and we have really cool ships that are black and white. So yeah, so if I save that race, there we go, Kunar Imperium with Emperor Kunar. Now we are going to I've looked at the insane size and it is massive, but I think I want to play on it. I'm tempted. It's either excessive or insane. You know, I would do eeny, meeny, miny, mo, but that's a rigged game, that is, and I know if I did eeny, meeny, miny, mo, it'd land on insane. You can pause the video and do it now if you want. It's the way it works. If you know the sums, you can get the results. So, insane spiral, I would probably quite enjoy. It may be broken. I'm not particularly in the most knowledge about whether or not that is broken. But then we've got star frequency. I'm going to say that there's I don't want to bog up the map. I'm going to say there's common amount of stars. Habitable planets, I think, are going to be occasional. Extreme planet frequency, I think I'm going to say are going to be common. Because, I mean, when you actually, know about how many planets are scattered across the galaxy, there's a grand variety of them, but most of them aren't very good for us, really. Most of them are, shall we say, yeah, quite uninhabitable. Right, asteroids going to be common, nebulae common, because they are uncommon, resources, precursors and ascension stuff, all uncommon, anomaly frequency, uncommon, victory, yeah, we're going to have conquest, influence, research, yeah, we'll have defeat your foes before the time runs out. Maybe. Use diplomatic priests. I think we're probably going to have a good go at quite a few of these. We're obviously going to build up our research, but I don't know how well we'll do with the conquest. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about conquest. I mean, in my opinion, it's actually one of the least achievable. Probably not actually, but it just requires you, especially on larger maps, to conquer so much land, and especially for what I'm doing. Right, galaxy difficulty. I'm going to go with normal. Right, your customary difficulties have been reset. Good for you. I don't actually know how hard this game is, and I'm going to stick to normal. Game pacing is going to be normal. The research rate I'm going to put as slow, so that we can have a longer game, so we can actually have more of a build-up. I'm not going to put them down to very slow. It may be a mistake that, comes up as a problem later, but for now, we'll keep it, because it seems to work before. Keep that as regular, keep that as occasional. Minor races, I'm going to put minor races in as, I'm actually going to keep them as none. And then here we go. We'll add in all of these races, so as you can see, oh god, my scrolling has added people to teams. We'll get rid of that. We do not want teams in this game. I hate teams. Teams are horrible. Why would you ever want teams? So yeah, as you can see, everybody is on normal difficulty. There's quite a lot of people, so it's going to be, you would think it would be crowded, but it's not going to be, trust me. There's going to be plenty of room. So let's get into this, because we're already more than halfway through the video, so it'd probably be good to get into the game. Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is just an automatically generated introduction, and that's an automatically generated title. And here we are, New Earth. New Earth 1 and New Earth, which is great. And it's a paradise. It's even better. So, let's have a look at this game. Obviously here is your, your little tabs at the top, and you've got your victory stuff here. You've got all the various victories with your percentage and the requirements, so you can keep an eye on things, and the turns remaining. You've also got, and you've got the little 3 symbol here, which takes you to the pause menu. You can also press exit. And then here we go, we've got govern, and you've got the economy here, and you can change what kind of production spending you're going to be doing, which can increase how much research across your empire you're doing, whether you're focusing more on generating money or generating, actual production, building things basically. And then here you can change the slider whether you're building things on your planet or building ships. And that may not be military, although it says military. It may be, oh, pardon me, mini burp. It may be, you know, freighters and stuff like that. And here is a little summary of what's going on, the kind of incomes that we've got. We've got saving, and we've got ship maintenance going out. And as you can see, there's United Planet taxes here. You can get taxed by the United Planets eventually. There's maintenance and trade routes, treaties, and savings and tourism income seem to be the main incomes. And colonies. I don't know. I don't like the fact that homeworlds are considered colonies, but you know, it's the way the game works. And as you can see, this is going to give a readout of all of our planets eventually. We've got commands, planets sponsoring. Anyway, yeah. Trade. Yeah, this is where we'll do our trade when the time comes, and here's the timeline. When we meet other people, that'll be something interesting to look at. Then you've got technology screen here, and look, for us we've got this little robot dude, and we've got 4 little tech trees. And if I actually go to the tech tree, you'll be able to see. And the tech trees are split up into 3 areas for the Age of Expansion, the Age of War, and the Age of Ascension. And in the colonization, you've got, you know, industrialization. You've got stuff like here, I believe, is to do with colonization and encouraging growth. I think that's what it is. And yeah, that's as far as I know it so far. And as you can see, it goes on. And on this side, this is all about production. I think, at least. And then you've got engineering, where you have, this is to do with interstellar stuff, this is to do with ships getting, you know, modules for your ships, including engines, and orbital manufacturing. I think this is to do with, you know, constructing things in space, and I think it's also to do with, possibly, to do with building bigger ships. It may or may not. I think that may come under this section, which is warfare. And you've got the weapon systems. Militarization allows you to basically start fighting on planets. Defense systems, this is all about getting defense modules for your vessels. And weapon systems is all about getting weapons for your ships. This is very self-explanatory. It's a massive section. And then communications. And this is, you know, the way you're going to get your diplomatic techs and your commercial techs. See, down on this line you've got your economic techs, and then on the top line you've got your diplomatic techs. Now, if you've been paying attention, you will notice that there's this, and there's this, and this is a box, and this is kind of like an elongated oval. Now this, you just click on it and you will research Universal Translator. However, this, when you click on it, it expands, and you have a choice of 3 different ways to research this tech, which give you 3 different outcomes, but you will not get the other 2. So this is interesting, and I really do like this, actually, because it will mean that you've got different outcomes, and you can adapt your situation, and you can also not change your choices, which I do like a lot. Obviously we're not going to work towards that just yet. We're not going to decide what diplomatic specialization we need, but as you can see, these choices where you're forced to make, you know, different, yeah, see, industrialist party, mercantile party, technologist party, you're forced to make these kinds of choices, is, you know, it's quite interesting really, and there's a lot of them. So by the end of it, you know, one game, it's not going to be like researching the complete same tech tree, and you're not going to have the same outcome when you're at the same point in the same game, in different games, because you're going to have different priorities in different games, hopefully. What I'm going to go for immediately is probably going to be Xeno-industrialization. At least that's the way I'm looking at the moment. I'm not an expert at the game, so please feel free to give me advice on how to improve myself. Ideology, this is the section where we get, oh god, that's blinding. Anyway, this is the section where we get to decide what kind of route we're going down. These all give us bonuses. For instance, but pragmatic, I've always found I go for constructive, which grants us 3 constructor vessels, free, next to our home world. And those are great because you can build star bases with them, which can mine resources and just make new territory for you. And we go to diplomatic. As you can see, there's our homeworld. There will be other little homeworlds for the other races appearing, and we'll be able to see the various relations between us. And there will be united planets here eventually. Currently we're the first in everything, but I think that's just because we don't know anybody else. So we're just the best. And then here we have the designer. This is where we will probably try and spend a low amount of time, but we will still spend time. As I just build a few ships. I'll build them basically because a lot of the time we're going to spend zoomed out. Looking at these little symbols here. I've just realised that purple may not be the best, but hopefully colour for this, but hopefully it will be fine. I shouldn't have too many problems. But yeah, we're not going to spend a massive amount of time zooming in, but we will watch one or two battles now. If I just show you, and I'm trying to do this quick because I know what kind that we're running out of time. This is a bit of the map. This is the spiral map that we've chosen. As you can see, that all these little dots, these are star systems that haven't been explored. And this is one end of the spiral. This is one arm, and as you can see, we're actually quite far up the arm, quite close to the galactic center here, where there's a huge amount of stars. And then here's the other arm going out there. And yeah, there's a lot of star systems. And this may or may not turn out to be a mistake. I don't think it will. I normally enjoy playing on a grand scale, and I hope that many other people out there do too. Now, this up here, this is the galaxy map. And if I just actually zoom out here, you can see all those little yellow dots are stars. We go back to where we've explored now. And as you can see, it shows us a star, our territory, and eventually it shows other people's territories. Up here you can see our money. Our current population with our growth when we hover over. Our population is currently not very happy, but they should be happy. They live under the Imperium. What could be better than that? And this is what turn we're on, turn 1. There will be graphs of various things coming up here later, and power. Currently we're the most powerful and we only know us. And here's where I can see my colonies, my ships, my star bases, which includes also shipyards, rally points and notifications. And just to finish off, here we've got idle colony, and this is what I do like this because I will click back on the colony, but this is a great feature and I love this in any RTS game, where when the end turn button actually takes you directly to what you need to do to end the turn. And as you can see, here's our homeworld of New Earth. It's quite a spaced out place, and we've already got the Artocarpus viriles, +2 to the population. That's great. +2 to military for the Prometheus stone, and we've got our little colony capital. Here's an ancient wonder. This will add 3 influence and 1 tourism to whatever's built there, I do believe, and maybe possibly to other areas around it. I don't know. And again, this precious metals, +2 to wealth, +1 to research, +3 to approval, +1 to influence in this paradise area. And we're going to go straight away, and I think we're going to probably, if I have a little look now, probably just going to go straight ahead and build a factory. Because we need production. And then we'll build research. Where is that research place? That's a research place. What does this give us? It gives us population. Oh, I will say also that when you build buildings next to each other, they will give each other bonuses, so it's always good to build things close together. I think what I might focus on for the beginning is production. And that may or may not be a good idea, but for the moment we're going to stick with it. Idle ships. We've got our colony ship. Let's go and have a look at this system over here. I'm going to send our survey ship over here, and our scout ship over here. There is nebulae there, which isn't going to be very good for our ships at all if we go into it. And shipyard is idle, and we are going to build. Let me think. 23 for both of them. I think I'm going to go with colony. We're going to need more colony ships. Right, okay, so that's our first turnover. And I know it's taken a while, and we just literally got into the game, and this is longer than I hoped this to be, but this is just a taster. And if the game doesn't change much tomorrow, then well, we'll be straight back into this. And if it does, then I will make the necessary changes and I will start at the beginning of the game rather than explaining everything all over again. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, leave a like or a comment. Also, share this video. It really does help out the channel. And subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you in the next episode. Have fun.